Hey guys, how's it going everyone? It's Jackie Felix here, and today I just want to make a quick video about what I think in regards to Wizard Reworks for Succession and Awakening and how I feel they fit into the current meta. I'll also show you guys the Wizard Awakening and Succession add-ons I have for PvP right now. Now, keep a note, I'm just testing this out. I will switch these add-ons around in the future. These are just for large-scale PvP add-ons, so if you guys have any other add-ons or any suggestions, post them in the comment section down below. And yeah, just keep in mind, this is like me testing out Succession and Awakening Wizard for like 4 to 5 hours this morning RBF, and I'll give my opinions in regards to that, right? So these are solely just based off my opinions on the class. So I'll start off. I'll talk about Succession Wizard. Now, on paper, I looked at the changes and I thought, wow, Succession Wizard is kind of dog shit, you know? It's kind of like a bad class after these nerfs. Because they gutted Voltaic, so Voltaic only has 6% all evasion rate, right? And plus, there was a bunch of skills where they increase the PvP reduction. So for example, Equilibrium Break got damage increased in like this 57.4% reduction in PvP, and then you have like pretty sure Earthquake got reduced as well, and Frigid got reduced, and High Voltage got reduced in PvP damage. So what this means is that this class will do a lot less damage, especially in Cap Siege and Tier 1 Node Wars, right? In Burnos and Serendia. So even before, these Succession Wizard never did good damage on Cap Siege or Tier 1s. It's going to do even less now. And also, this means that the higher AP or the higher gear you have, the more you'll be punished for it. And at the same time, the people with lower gear, you won't really be able to do enough damage for Succession Wizard to be viable. But it's now saying that, I think that Succession Wizard is the ultimate range support class right now. Why do I say that? Well, look at the skill. Spotlight Destruction. It's a ranged bound with a 6-second cooldown. This is SA lingering skill, right? Bound on hits, has really good damage, 100% crit rate, 30% accuracy rate. This skill is insane. This is a really good skill, right? And then Aqua Gel, you can instantly cast the skill after TP, right? And it's also on a 5-second cooldown, so you can like almost spam the skill. And you get all 13 ticks off instantly. So that makes it, this skill makes it so you can out super armor trade others really quickly. They won't expect this damage coming. And this is another really solid skill, right? Other than that, they also removed SA of Control Frigid. So it still has freeze, but it has no SA, so I wouldn't recommend people take the skill. Instead, they have Disrupt. This is another range skill. It hits pretty hard, 50% crit rate, 11% accuracy rate. And this is what the skill looks like, right? It's like a ranged AoE nuke, essentially. On top of that, it has a 15% movement speed. So, the other crazy thing about the skill is you can linger the frontal guard until your staff hits back on the ground. So you can linger the frontal guard for another 2 or 3 seconds, which makes it so that you don't really need to take Equilibrium Break, since the Prime Frigid Disrupt kind of replaces the Equilibrium Break in certain scenarios, right? Other than that, there's really not that much to say. We did lose 2% cast speed for like 12 AP in this buff here, which, you know, I think the cast speed is huge, but gaining 12 AP isn't that bad either, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll just wrap up what I think on Succession. Overall, I think it can be a very decent class if you know what you're doing and you're a skilled player and you have gear, right? If you don't know what you're doing on the class and you don't have gear, this class is gonna feel very, very bad to play because it lacks damage, right? Especially at lower gear levels. And you need to know exactly like when to use what skills at what time, right? You need to know how to kite. because you're a range class. You need to know how to kite melee classes. You need to know when to go in, when to go out. So that's my overview on Succession. I think it's going to be a really good large scale class. I think it's going to suck in 1v1s, and it's going to be pretty bad for grinding compared to the other classes. Alright, let me swap to Awakening and talk about Awakening real quick. So, the biggest changes in Awakening are that, you know, so it lost a lot of its flows. So like Hellfire no longer has a flow to it. Cataclysm no longer has a flow. Aqua Jail doesn't have a flow either. Only two skills that have flows: Water Sphere and Chilling Wave, right? The pets, instead, now you summon the pets and gain certain additional bonuses to skills, right? So for example, for Arn, I'll show you here. If you have Arn active, your Aqua Gel explosion is 360 around you. You gain 20 DP for 5 seconds and movement speed -40 for 10 seconds on all hits, right? Chilling Wave, you get 4 additional attacks, and it has like different attack range, which doesn't really matter that much, but the 4 additional hits is nice too. Let me just switch screens so you guys can see what's going on here. So yeah, there you go. And then for Mark, I think Mark's probably better for large scale. Cataclysm adds 2 extra hits. Ball of Destruction adds 3 extra hits. And then, so most people should probably have Mark out. Unless you're doing something specific with Arn. The 20 DP is very nice, though, on Aqua Gel. Now, the cores, the biggest thing about cores is they added From Guard to Chilling Wave, so you don't need to pick core for Chilling Wave, because if you pick core for Chilling Wave, it's knockback, and you don't want that, because that has a 0.7 CC limit. It's a pretty bad CC, and you have From Guard, and it pushes people out of your damage range or when you're doing Chilling Wave. So don't take that. What I recommend most people take for large scale especially is take Bolide of Destruction, because this adds knockdown on Bolide, which is pretty fucking huge, because they also buff the damage of Bolide as well. So it's pretty decent skill now. And then apart from that, they added some new skills. I think this is probably the most relevant skill, Barrage of Water. So you can chain this after you use Hellfire Magna Bomb, which I probably don't recommend people do because it doesn't really make sense. But what you can also do is you can do Barrage of Water into Cataclysm and then Bolide and then disengage with Teleport, right? So you can save your Teleport for disengage. This skill it does really good damage, Flames Calling, right? The problem is I don't know what situation you really use this skill in. Maybe 1v1s or something. It's like unprotected skill. I think it locks you in animation and has a pretty long wind up. So you need to, I wouldn't just use the skill anytime. You probably get punished for using the skill. And like, why use a skill when you just have, what is it? The lava pool, right? I don't know where the lava field. So this has, this damage reduction was like 50% before. It's like 27% now. So you got like almost halved. So I think lava field does insane damage. So like, why do Flames Calling when you can drop a lava field and do so much more damage with lesser time spent, right? But yeah. The other thing, small thing, was magical evasion got reduced by 1 second, which is pretty nice. So it's 4 seconds now instead of 5 seconds, and if you look at the animation, it's like a hop now. So the animation looks kind of different. So yeah. And then the other small change was Flame Knot got increased by 5 seconds. They changed how grabs work, obviously. This skill here, Elementization, is your disengage skill. I was testing this skill out in RBF, and it's not a reliable, like, don't expect you to double TP in, be able to use the skill and get back out. It's super armor, you're going to get fucked when people are hitting you, you're going to get slowed, you're going to get grabbed. Realistically, if you get hit, this like goes half of like what it's meant to go, the distance. and you get body blocked. So what interesting thing you can do with this skill is you can actually like engage forward with the skill. So like you can turn your back. Right, sorry, my bad. You can turn your back and just go forward like this, right? So you can go, like, what you can do is you can save your TP, you do that skill, and then you do Hellfire into this skill, and then you do Cataclysm into Blind, which that can work too, right? Now, if there's anything I missed, just let me know, but I think that's pretty much the major changes. I played Awakening for like around 2 hours this morning in RBF, and I'll be honest, it's a strong class, and it's probably really strong with like a strong main ball, like coordinated together. But it fucking sucks to play alone by yourselves in RBF. Like, the amount of damage that ranges and fucking DKs and all these revamped classes do, like, you'll just instantly get one tapped as soon as you TP. You might be lucky to get one skill off. Like, I was 401 DP and I was getting one tap by rangers and archers in RBF. I'm sure some of you guys had the same experience too. Like, the amount of damage that classes do right now is insane. And if you don't have reliable range poke, you're going to be struggling to get kills or do much in this meta, essentially. But yeah. I'm gonna just go back to my add-ons. Again, these are just add-ons I'm trialing, so you guys can use these and make changes that you feel fit your playstyle better, right? If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, or leave a comment on my Discord page, and I'll get back to it as soon as possible. But other than that, I hope you guys found the video informative and helpful, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright, peace.